Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. My name is Marshall Downs. I'm the Chief Growth Officer for Spicy Hour Products. Spicy Hour is building a premium alcohol-free martini for adults who want something more elevated than soda, sparkling water, or juice. And our goal is very simple. We're creating an alcohol-free drink that still feels social, intentional, and grown up. Spicy Hour didn't start because we were chasing a trend. It started from a real personal need. Our founder, Christina Stannert, who's here with us today, chose an alcohol-free lifestyle several years ago before mocktails became as mainstream as they are today. What she found was that while there were plenty of premium beverages available, very few created the feeling of an actual adult beverage experience. Most options felt either too sweet, too plain, too functional, or too far removed from what people actually enjoy in a social environment. And there were drinks that checked the alcohol-free box, but very few felt sophisticated, intentional, or memorable. And that personal frustration became a business opportunity. Our product is a premium alcohol-free martini that is bold, smooth, non-carbonated, and made with 100% natural ingredients. What makes it different is the natural chili pepper kick. And I don't mean hot sauce or extreme heat. It's a gentle capsaicin bite that creates a slow sip experience. And that matters because slowing the drinking experience down changes the way people interact with the beverage. It feels more intentional, more social, more like the pacing of a regular cocktail. We also made a very intentional decision not to build this around trendy additives, trendy functional additives like ashwagandha, kava, THC, or CBD. That category is becoming somewhat crowded quickly, and a lot of the flavors are similar to each other and sound and taste the same. Spicy Hour is focused on flavor, on mouthfeel, on ritual, and natural sensory experience rather than relying on added substances to create differentiation. We're also preparing 2 delivery formats. So we have a recyclable aluminum can that'll go into retail and direct-to-consumer sales, and the second is a 30-liter one-way keg designed for restaurants, bars, wineries, hospitality venues, and event centers. Our biggest challenge is not actually whether people like the product once they try it. The bigger challenge is helping people understand what it is before they taste it. So that matters because Spicy Hour doesn't necessarily fit neatly into categories that consumers already recognize. It's not soda, it's not sparkling water, it's not positioned as a wellness drink or a THC alternative, so we're dealing with a positioning and communication challenge. When someone sees the can on the shelf or at an event or at a menu, we need them to quickly understand what it is, why it's different, and why they should care enough to try it. So far, we've focused on doing a lot of the early stage difficult work in the right way. So we have refined flavors, we've tested early product concepts, we've built the brand identity and developed packaging, and gathered consumer feedback through real-world testing. We originally started with 3 flavor concepts, and one of those flavors, Southern Belle, clearly emerged as the leader during testing. Southern Belle combines cayenne pepper with peach and ginger and consistently generated the strongest consumer response. People remembered it, they talked about it, they asked about it, and they understood the experience much more quickly once they tasted it. We've also partnered with a co-packer and worked through production readiness, which means it's moved beyond just the idea stage. So now we're preparing for real-world production, real sampling opportunities, and real sales conversations. The biggest lesson we've learned is pretty simple. Once people taste Spicy Hour, they understand it, they get it. The flavor is very memorable. The spicy kick creates that curiosity. Consumers consistently respond to the premium adult beverage feel that we're aiming for, but that lesson also exposed somewhat of a weakness. Right now, the product is easier to understand after the first sip than before it. And that's challenging for us as a beverage company, of course, because the first job of packaging, shelf placement, menu description, all of these other things is to earn the trial in the first place. So our focus right now is solving what happens before that first sip. We need language, placement, positioning that creates enough curiosity for someone to want to try it while also making it clear enough that they understand why it's different. We don't believe that we necessarily have a demand problem. We have a bit of a translation problem, if you will. So what you see here on the screen is our ask, but I want to maybe frame it this way. If you had 50 sample cans and 30 days to really test product market fit really well, for a beverage that people don't immediately understand, how would you deploy those beverages into the market? Where would you place them? Who would you want tasting them? What kind of environment creates the best chance for that curiosity to turn into repeat purchase experience? That's the problem that we're trying to solve right now. We're especially open to partners who are interested in testing Spicy Hour through pop-ups, curated events, sampling experiences, placement opportunities, where the product is reaching the right audience instead of just random foot traffic. And if someone comes to mind locally, who this could be a good fit for, who loves trying new concepts, we would really appreciate any introduction in that way. So with that, I didn't use up more time than I probably should have, but thank you very much. Again, my name is Marshall Downs. I'm the Chief Growth Officer with Spicy Hour. We're very excited about where this product is going as we're coming to market, and we're just interested in chatting more with you about all of this. Thank you so much.